Welcome to Civil Discourse. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-host, Steve, and we're here to give you a political argument from both sides of the political spectrum. How you doing today, Steve?
I am doing well, Wesley. How about yourself? It's been a while.
And it definitely has been a while, but you always keep me on my toes, Steve. That's one thing I can say
running,
about you.
That's because you're running scared all the time. I get it.
Steve's actually a good friend. That's what I'm gonna take. That's what I take it as. He actually cares about me. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that he cares about anyone else because we all know this is Steve.
I
not
am
for
for the people.
This is definitely Steve, not for the people.
Now you did see on your YouTube channel, I posted something on there and was talking to I'm guessing a young lady who was responding to your stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you can definitely tell Wesley is not for the people.
You try to use my line, huh? Well, let's. I don't want to jump right into everything because let's let it warm up a little bit that we're even here right now.
Sure.
But you guys have had a tough go of this whole. What has it been? 10 months. It's been about 10 months. You guys have had an extremely bad go of this presidency.
Yeah, and it's coming the last 4 years with the other president.
Oh, we actually did well. I think inflation was even bad. I think the consumer confidence is even better. You guys have, if you think about it, really, you guys have lost I think it was 40 points almost with the Latinos. Latino votes have dropped by your support from Latinos have dropped by 40%. It showed in this last election that you just had in November how bad it was.
I look at it this way: this election, this last November, you had blue states voting for
Virginia,
candidates.
Mississippi. That's blue.
Mississippi's an outlier. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say Mississippi,
but it's an outlier. Virginia is a red state. A blue state. It's a blue state. Period.
It's not a blue state.
Did Kamala win Virginia? Yes. Did Biden win Virginia? Yes. It's a blue state.
I can't say. I have to go back and look again if she did or if she didn't. I can't say for sure. I'm not. Whose word we can't take for these things? Steve, not for the people. He's showing us that his word is not that great. But let's go.
All right. Let's talk about my word for a minute.
Go ahead.
You wanted to talk about the economy, correct?
We want to start with that one because we have two E's to talk about today. We have the economy, and we have Epstein.
Both of them are going to be easy wins for me today. So I'm not too concerned. I figured I'd warm you up to your butt whooping later. So.
Okay, Steve. Now for the people.
Before we talk about it, I want Wesley's idea of what the economy is like today.
Well, we've lost 1 million jobs since Trump has taken office. We're losing jobs by the boatloads right now on a weekly basis. This is the first time that we've lost that many jobs since COVID. Who was president during that? The same guy. Man, it's just wild that you're trying to use revisionist history. Revisionist history is your way. But let me focus.
We lost jobs because people were shutting stuff down. Democrats.
Can we focus? Can we focus on this?
Stay on focus. Since you brought it up, now you don't want to hear the truth because you want to change the subject.
We just know how this goes. You start moving the goalposts, and then I have to start.
You're the one that brought up COVID.
This because it went along with this is the most jobs we've lost since COVID. I'm just saying these two things coincide. Okay. Consumer confidence on inflation and how much food costs has gone up is just horrible right now. That's a huge problem.
Yeah, food costs horrible right now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've actually shown that the prices have gone up in the stores, and I guess consumers are feeling the pinch.
For you about that, Wesley.
Oh, right. Did you get them from Trump? Go ahead, tell me your Trump facts. Please tell me your Trump facts.
These are, and I'll tell you my sources once I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The price of gas, the average price of gas in the United States in 2024 was $3.30. Is it higher or lower now?
I can't say for sure. I'm not going to sit back.
It is 16 cents lower. It is $3.14 right now. What do you think the price of eggs was in 2024?
Maybe by the end of 2024, when we had to get rid of all those birds because there was a scare of bird flu, the price probably was higher. It's elevated. I think we killed over 100 million chicken or something like that.
March of this year was the high of the bird flu. Okay, this year March was high this year. So last year eggs were $3.59 on average throughout the United States. It is now as of November of 2025, it is $3.15. Okay.
Who's your source again?
This would be, hold on one second.
Fox News?
No, it's not Fox News. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Let's see who else.
We know that
J.D. Power.
Let me give you a little information about your sources right now, because you know what Trump just did. He's refusing to release job numbers or any economic data.
They just released them today.
I'm just telling you, this is
they got 119,000 jobs in the job report today. But you know why it was slowed down? Because of the Democratic
shutdown. Hey, come on, man.
Okay, now I'm reading your facts.
Come on, man.
We're gonna stop these energy costs. Okay, average energy costs in 2020, which was, I'll use that as the baseline year, 13.2 cents per kilowatt hour. 21, 13.7 cents per kilowatt hour. 22, 14.9 cents. That's a 8.8 increase from the year prior. It was the largest jump in a decade, driven by natural gas prices, because Biden's restrictions on natural gas.
No, that's not that. We don't have
2023. Yes,
it's different. No, there's fracking, drilling. That's different than natural gas.
2023. That they get natural gas from fracking and drilling. Just saying. 2023, 16 cents, which was per kilowatt hour, which was a plus 7.4% raise from the year previous to that. 2024, it dropped down to 15.1%. Okay, and that was a slight decline because fuel prices eased a little bit. Now, this year in 2025, we are actually up 4.6% from 2024, which was 15.1 cents per kilowatt hour, to 15.8 cents per kilowatt hour this year, which is moderate growth for energy companies. Okay. And that is from J.D. Power and from, what's the other one? The U.S. Energy Information Administration.
Okay.
So, with that said, how's the economy doing really bad?
We've lost. We've lost over 1 million jobs. Grocery prices are up. Inflation is up right now. This is why. I mean, let's just look at the truth. I mean, we don't want to.
Unemployment did tick up to 4.4%. That's it. It's up. Just
job losses are up.
0.1.
We've lost over 1 million.
But we also gained 119,000 jobs.
I think we're gonna need to wait until the correction comes in place, because every time he's had to correct, he's gone into the negative. He's gone into the negative every single time since like August or something like that. We've gone to the negative.
Biden.
Biden hasn't. He didn't go into the negative. I'm not saying he did not. It did not correct with maybe a less job growth than what it showed, but his has gone into the negative, like where he actually had a negative growth. That's just facts. And we all know that he was just losing.
The last one was 33,000 jobs. It was prorated for. So that's not negative.
We'll allow that to be correct for right now until I go back and look over here. But
you brought up grocery prices. So what about grocery prices? Well, I mean,
across the board.
Okay, you have
the number one concern for consumers right now are inflation,
is affordability.
Exactly, and that's the same thing that Biden got. He didn't get beat for it because he didn't run again, but that was what the big drub on the Democratic Party was prices were out of control. This is why we're voting to go this way, because prices were bad. Prices have gotten worse. This guy has actually come out and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the tariffs off so I can of these groceries so that the prices can go down. Actually admitting that tariffs raise prices when he said on consumers, which he said that they didn't. Lied to the whole entire public. Oh, the foreign countries will be paying the tariffs.
I thought staples were eggs and groceries, which eggs are lower. Your groceries are lower.
What you're saying that? Wait. Go back to that. You said staples are eggs. So everyone just eats eggs all day long.
Cheaper.
So we just eat eggs all day long. Is that what you're trying to say? People just sit around all day long.
That's what the Democrats always say. It's eggs. It's always eggs.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Expensive.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm just saying I've never heard anyone say that. Oh, just because eggs are expensive, that just says that's everything. No, I mean I know. Last year,
from every Democrat that you see get interviewed, they always say, "Well, the price of eggs is higher. The price of this is, well, it's not true.
Overall, right now, the price of groceries are higher. That's a fact. Okay, and that's a fact, and that's a fact.
For some items, it may be higher.
Overall,
gas
that's what I said.
Lower.
Gas is lower. You know what? I actually have a logistics company that I work with, and fuel prices have gotten higher over the last like 2 months. They've actually gone up. These are mind you diesel prices, but diesel prices always follow regular fuel prices. It's just a normal thing, a normal state of affairs.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Now, I know those are two separate. I know they're two separate things, but they do follow each other. It kind of it trends together. That's just how it goes.
Listen, fuel prices themselves on average have dropped. Now, it may be in certain states like California, New York, that are higher.
I mean, I think when you look at the certain states where they have dropped in, it's smaller states or it's states that produce fuel. I mean, like Florida, not Florida, but excuse me, Texas or like North Dakota or something like that actually produce more fuel. So you're going to get that from those.
How much I paid for a gallon of gas yesterday?
How much? I mean, it's always cheaper in your state. I have lots of trucks that run in your state. It's always cheaper in your state, but you have to understand.
Why is it so damn expensive in California? Why is
cost of living, cost of living and standards of living. We both know this. Come on,
your taxes
are we really having this type of conversation where you say something like that? Are you serious? I mean,
yes, I am serious. Look at the stats, man. That's your problem. You don't ever bring up stats. You just sit there and
hey, listen.
Steve
came with a couple of numbers.
I
came
from the rigged labor and statistics department. He fired the last one, stating the fact that she worked for Biden. She's going to be against me. He doesn't want to release any numbers. He's already said that they're not going to release numbers for November. He's already said this. Do you know what I had to do? I went to ChatGPT and got it.
Yeah, I mean, we went to ChatGPT and got it. Huh?
They show their sources. So they
like
I
said,
News was a source, CBS News was a source,
economic
USA
numbers
Today was a source. I got them listed all right here.
His economic numbers are abysmal. You know it, and I know it. We see it across the board. We see it, and we see it. Job growth matters more to me than anything else because that's what's going to hit the average everyday American. Correct?
And we just
jobs. Correct.
119,000 jobs reported today.
When in October?
Today, yes.
It would have been from October.
Yeah,
or September even, because I think they didn't even put them out in October either because they didn't put it out because they had the shutdown. And this is when he came out and he said, you know what, we're just not going to even do the statistics. He doesn't want to talk about his numbers. This is how bad it is. He gets to the point where he runs away from where he know. Nah, I mean, he talks about lies. He lies. Fuel prices are way down. We're paying $1.98 for fuel. He lies on a consistent basis about everything, but that's okay because you believe in that kind of. You're good with that.
Yeah, listen,
you're good with the blatant lies that go on.
Leslie, show me some stats because you don't bring them. You never bring stats.
You know what?
Sit there and talk.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, I can look it up right now and tell you exactly who will tell you that they lost 1 million jobs.
I looked it up for you. It's right here.
That they lost 1 million jobs over the last like 10 months. This is a record. This is like the first time this has happened since actually like 2000 and I think it was either 2020 or something like that. It's the first time it's happened since then. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Again, under the same exact president. We all know that he's a problem. This dude is just not good at his job. He's never been. He was bad the first time he was in office, and he's worse this time. It's a fact. The economic numbers are. I mean, even when he coming in with a good economy, we had a good economy. We had a growing economy when he walked into the White House, and now look at us. We've gone backwards again. And what excuses are you going to have this time? And what excuse are you going to go ahead and give?
Economic indicators are showing that
no, they're not
dropping.
That's
because you use fuel, energy, those prices are dropping. I just proved it to you. I brought you the receipts.
It sounds good, but I'm gonna tell you right now, your receipts.
It sounds good because you can't go out and research it for yourself and get the same.
Your receipts are flawed right now. If your receipts are not telling you that you just lost 1 million jobs, if your receipts are not telling you just lost 1 million jobs over the last 9-10 months, then there's a problem. If your receipts are not also telling you that when it comes to a lot of things, we have to look at who's also going. You said unemployment was ticked up a little bit, right? Well, fact of the matter is unemployment ticked up for everybody across the board, but it's ticked up more for Black Americans. You know what I mean? Our unemployment went from about 4.4% or something like that to over 7% with this whole entire job losses and things that's going on. So a lot of people are feeling this. So it's a real thing that's happening. in our country, and it's happening to a lot of people over and over again. You got so many companies coming out saying that they're cutting jobs. I'm sure you saw it. Amazon talk about cutting 600,000 jobs. Everyone's come out across the board. You got FedEx. Everyone's talking about cutting major jobs, and they're doing it. This is a fact. This is happening under your president, who you keep defending. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what your defense of him not being able to handle the economy never has. It's always talking about what deals he can make for himself, but he never makes good deals for the American people. Just like now that China still hasn't bought any soybeans at all. And you know what? Next year, Brazil is going to have a bumper crop because they're going to produce more soybeans. So it's more that's going to go to them. The deal that he made for the soybean farmers was a horrible deal. He made a deal to sell less soybeans than what we normally would, than what China normally buys from us.
This year,
that is very much true.
This year,
that is
next year, the year after, and the year after, it's more.
It's not more than what they used to buy from us. It's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
25 trillion tons.
It's not more than what they used to buy from us before. It's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm just trying to let you know it's not. He basically made a deal.
Show me your information. Show me the information. Don't come with it and sit there and talk about it.
I can take the time to look it up right now, but we don't have a lot of time. But it's a factual thing. Go look it up. It's a fact. You know what I mean? Look up how much this. The fact of the matter is this right here. He's come in. He's produced tariffs on the consumers, and with those tariffs and with the prices that are actually been hiked up. You think the people are going to lower their prices once these tariffs get pulled off? They're not. People don't normally lower prices. Once they get a price hike, they're going to keep that. He actually came in and helped corporations and businesses by putting tariffs on products so that he can go out there and start making business deals for himself off the backs of the American people. That's a fact. What can you say about that? Nothing at all, because he admitted to you, to your face, that, oh, I'm going to lower these food prices. I'm going to go ahead and take some of these tariffs off to help lower food prices. And you accepted that as well, too. Just like when he told you that it wasn't going to, tariffs do not raise prices. You accept anything he says. I don't. I'm an American.
We know tariffs raise some prices.
Oh, man. Do we know that? I don't know.
Yes,
your commander in chief said it didn't. He came out and said this. He didn't say these things.
What did he say when he first started putting the tariffs on? He said, we might experience some hurt from this. He admitted that.
He said, we might. No, why doesn't he say who's going to actually experience the hurt and not sit back and say
the American people? That's what he said.
He's not part of us. He doesn't care anything about the American people. He's reaped almost $5 billion in profits since taking office.
He didn't say anything
he does not care about. Okay, what he said was tariffs do not raise prices. That is the fact. The rest of the stuff about some hurt, whatever else, that doesn't have anything to do with it. What he's probably saying is what he said was you might be able to buy less dolls from the store because they may not come over because we have a trade war with China or whatever. That's what he was talking about. He was not talking about the price of goods because he said that they do not raise prices. He said that. Then he went and went and got on Amazon about putting tariff costs inside on their receipts. You remember that? Yeah. He told him, hey, so this is the same guy. You tout his policies, but his policies are horrible. Republican policies have been horrible for the people since before. I mean, probably since like at least the 70s, 80s. Been horrible for the people. Plain and simple. It's trickle down economics, and it doesn't ever trickle down. But you, for some reason, you're good with that. Because you know why? Because you're not for the people. That's why it is.
I am for the people. I am for the people.
It's okay to not be for the people.
Wesley is not. Wesley doesn't come with any facts. That's
everything. But listen, everything you came with one thing from ChatGPT, spitting a couple of numbers, which I'm not mad. I'm happy that you did it.
But
Steve.
I think
that's a very important thing for us to be able to do.
Reputable sources. You can't take
USA
away.
Today. You believe in USA Today, huh? You're a USA Today believer now.
CBS left leaning, NBC left leaning. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
All I'm going to say is this right here. Ask the people, how do they feel? Ask the people how much they're spending when they go to the grocery store.
Why don't we ask the people why people are leaving states like California and New York? Because they are too expensive to live in, and it's not just the price of groceries. It's real estate. It's taxes. People can't live in those states because the taxes are so damn high.
What are the top 3 largest states in the United States, like as far as population? Number 1.
Yeah, I know, but
California.
Taxes are too high.
Number 2, no, California actually has a lower tax rate. California actually has a lower tax rate. No, the next one's Texas. Then it's New York, number 3. But the California actually has a lower tax rate on the bottom 70% of its people than anywhere than Texas does. California taxes the top tier, the richest people. at the end of the day, it costs a lot of money to live in these states. These states are California would be the 4th largest economy in the entire world if it were a country by itself. It is a monster country. I mean, it's a monster state. Sorry.
No, I get it. I get it.
So when you get,
it's got a large population, and I know it takes a lot to run a state.
And imagine when people first moved here. You know what? I think Virginia or somewhere around there was the largest state. You know, where it was the largest state, and then people started moving. And then first they moved west, and now all of a sudden people are saying, you know what, it's cheaper to live in Texas, but it's also horrible to live in Texas at the same time. When they get there, they're like, man, this is backwards.
Why is it horrible to live in Texas?
The laws are draconian. When you look at what they do to the people there, they tell the women
there's no state income tax in Texas. That's why a lot of people
income tax. Imagine, let's get into education. I think that when people start looking at the overall thing, education, healthcare, your rights, those things matter. At the end of the day, those things truly do matter. I think people are gonna. You first move there, it's great. They also have a lot of other health problems going on right now in Texas as well too, but those things will pay themselves out. I have nothing bad to say about Texas. I actually like Texas. I've been there quite a few times myself. I think it's a nice state, and but at the fact of the matter is, those are 2 states that get pitted against each other, but we're all still Americans in my eyes at the end of the day.
I agree with you, but I look at it this way. You tax the hell out of companies. Where are they going to go? They're going to go somewhere where they are not taxed as high. And that's part of what California is dealing with right now. And that's what New York is running into as well.
I think they have no problem with because they're looking at it like this. You know what? These businesses are getting away with bloody murder. Some of them are paying no taxes at all whatsoever. Yeah, it's a problem for. They say, you know what? We care about our people. The United States grew at a faster pace as far as we had a stronger middle class back in like the 40s and 50s. Not saying that was a great time, but saying that the tax rates were much higher, so it afforded the middle class to kind of grow because they took that money and helped the middle class to grow, at the end of the day. So, I mean, we got to get back to something that's more suitable for us, because if you start looking at once those tax rates went away, if you start looking at just the income disparity between the top and the bottom, it became just monstrous. It became almost impossible to own houses. Right now, they're on a pace right now to basically make it so that homes are no longer affordable for you. They want you just to rent. Was that Larry Fink came out and said this? JP Morgan are right now creating whole entire communities based around this. They don't want you to own anything. These are Republican policies. They're not Democrat policies.
No, that is wanting to own nothing. That's a Democratic policy.
Oh my goodness.
That's a socialist policy.
I have never. I don't believe that Democrats are socialists. I don't believe Democrats are socialists. It's a difference. A Democratic socialist is different than a straight socialist. It's a much different ideology. I'm not saying that I'm a socialist, but we already live in a socialist country. This country is in part socialist. Period. Plain and simple. We have so many. We do have programs that are quote unquote
a lot of them. But we're also a capitalist society. Period.
Absolutely, we are. And the capitalism side of us has had its good and had much more bad. We see it right now. And the next subject we're going to talk about, but I don't want to cut you off this. I want you to be able to finish what you have to say.
We can move on.
And the next subject we're going to talk about, which is these Epstein files that have come out. Mm-hmm. We see right now. I mean, this was a topic that Republicans ran on. Everybody from Bongino to his Kash Patel to Pam Bondi. Yeah. I mean, even Trump spoke about it. No. But I was going to say they all spoke on this subject. Yeah. And so these are people who pushed the Republican ticket based off these things. We're going to release these files. We're going to help these victims. We're going to get this information out. They talked about this. This wasn't something that we brought up. I didn't even really take this. I didn't know much about this before it all came out, and people, I've heard about it, but it wasn't
because it was a big deal for quite a few years. I mean, even in the Biden administration, it was a big deal. You just didn't hear a lot about it from his administration. But the issue is, are these files really that important to at the end of the day?
Oh my gosh.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I am not worried about who is in them. Okay. Mm-hmm. If there are people in them that have done acts that are extremely disgusting, reprehensible, whatever you want to call it, whatever terrible word you want to use for it, they go to jail. They need to be tried and convicted. My concern is for the actual victims. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but the issue is you've also got people in these files that their names will come out and their reputations will be harmed. Period. Regardless if they did anything negative or not.
I don't believe that.
It's going to happen. Look what happened to Alan Dershowitz.
I mean, you know what? Hold on.
Dershowitz was his lawyer.
Yeah, he was. You know what else? You know what else? Alan Dershowitz came out and said as well. You know what he came out and said as well? Yeah, she just gave me a massage. I heard him say it out of his own mouth. He had a 16-year-old girl give him a massage. I mean, not knocking.
I haven't heard that.
I would.
I've never heard that.
He'll go. Okay, I want you to do. I want you guys to do this.
I'll go look.
Please go look that up. He actually said it. She gave me. But he talks about it. Yeah,
he was accused by somebody from Epstein's circle, and he had the receipts to prove that he wasn't there or didn't do anything.
He was. I don't know if he was on the island or not, but I know he got massages.
So let me ask you a question: why would you release 3 emails? I'm talking to Democrats. With the name redacted out of the email, which with the victim's name, which was the victim's name when it was already public knowledge 10 years ago.
Because that's how they got.
You know why? Because it was a phishing line.
They released 2,300
name was in it.
They released 2,300 emails.
No, I'm talking about the 3.
They just highlight. Okay, when there's 2,300 items of anything, you're going to start highlighting things. Let's start highlighting.
By the way,
was it okay? So thank you very much. I 23,000. Excuse me. Yeah. Emails. They just highlighted some of those, and then more of them start pouring out as people started going over these emails. There's a lot. You've seen more and more of them come out as days went on. It's a lot of stuff to go through. Okay, but let me tell you.
Why did they release them like that?
And then why did they release them redacted? Because they were redacted when they got them. They were redacted. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. All victims' names. All victims' names are redacted from all of them. I'm telling you, I heard a congresswoman say, they asked the question. They said, "This all victim, just because you're public does not mean the names aren't redacted. Just an underage person's name on the paperwork, it's still going to be redacted. You know that. That's a fact. That girl was underage. You're talking about Guthrie or whatever her name is.
She wasn't.
Yeah, she was underage when
she was 41 when she committed suicide 10 years ago.
When she was a victim of what was going on, she was underage. When these events happened, she was underage.
An email way after the fact.
It doesn't matter. They were why
wasn't it redacted? Why wasn't it redacted 10 years ago?
I believe it was. What I know is this is what they said. I cannot say whether or not, and I don't think either of us have that information offhand to say it was not, it was or was not.
When these crossed out the name.
Let's get to the real point of it. Let's get to the real point of it. Yeah, and
the thing of it is you want to nail Trump. That's the only thing.
I don't think there's any nailing him.
They want to nail Trump.
I think they're showing that. Okay, so was Trump?
Don't give a shit about anybody else except
Trump. I think everyone should go down for what they did. But let me say this: was he with a 13-year-old? Was she 13, 14-year-olds at the time? Girl for like several hours in a room by us.
What did she say?
By themselves.
What did that 13, 14-year-old say under oath?
You know what?
What did she say?
I'm not accused. Listen,
it's in her own words, Wesley. He did nothing inappropriate.
Okay, let me finish. Let me finish really quickly what I'm saying. That's crazy that we even have a thought process that way. I am not going to sit in a room with a 13 or 14-year-old girl that's not my family member, not my daughter, for what? What am I sitting in the room with a 13 or 14-year-old? What am I teaching her how to be our next apprentice?
Idea.
What is he teaching her how to be the next apprentice? What is he doing? I mean, what are they talking about? Is he teaching her how to be a businesswoman? Come on, he doesn't have any. They're not related.
But obviously, it wasn't anything nefarious
about it. It doesn't, man. It's nefarious enough that you're even doing it. Let's be honest. I'm not knocking that. Okay, cool. We don't know what happened. But I understand.
Nothing.
Yeah. That sounds wrong to me. That sounds weird and wrong.
It sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. You're right. It does sound wrong.
But okay,
but did it break the law?
I'm not even focused on those. I just had to speak about that because you brought them up. I'm not focused on those ones right there. That just sounds weird to me. I look at that, I'm like,
it does.
Would I go sit in the room with a 13 or 14-year-old girl that I don't know and I have for hours on end with no other supervision?
We don't know what you do down in Columbia.
Oh, here we go. Now we want to talk about what. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what they're not gonna say about me. I don't like grown women. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're not going to say about me. Okay, you know, that will never be said. Okay,
Wesley likes Wesley's a BYU fan. If you're gonna bring him young.
The only people like you would know something like that. That's only Republican would know a joke like that. That's a good one, but only Republican would know a joke like that. But let me say this to you. The bigger facts about all this is they got much more information where they're showing Epstein actively speaking about. You saw the ones with Wolf, right? With Michael Wolf.
Yep.
Michael Wolf came out and said before that he saw Polaroids with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump and young girls with their tops topless. Jeffrey Epstein showed him these photos. Everyone came out and said, "Oh, he's lying. He's not telling the truth."
But he also said that
Melania. Yeah, he was a biographer.
It wasn't just a biographer.
What else was he?
He was also a PR guy.
Okay. So what? So okay, that's even better. That's even better.
Where are these pictures? There's nothing.
Listen,
it's all hearsay, man. There's no proof.
Who knows what's in these files? We have no idea because now they're trying. We'll get to the end in a minute here. We'll get to the whole I know you only got so much time, but we'll get to the end here soon. Okay, so what it showed me, he came out and also said that Melania Trump met Trump through Jeffrey Epstein. Melania Trump comes out and says then, "Oh, I'm going to sue you for $1 billion for liability for this if you keep saying this." She never does it. She just threatens it. He says, "Great. Now I'm going to really sue you for even bringing that up because now people don't want to speak to me because they think that they're going to be sued for speaking to me." That's going to bring out all the facts anyways. But what that does is show me that these emails was from Wolf. Him actually speaking to Epstein shows me the attachment, how close he really was. He asked Jeffrey, he told him, he said, "Hey, CNN's going to be asking Trump in 2015, I think it was, about you."
Did Epstein hold a grudge against Trump?
I think he did. My personal opinion, I think he did. I think he did to a degree.
Do you know why?
I think I do know why.
2005. What happened in 2005?
No. I won't say.
What happened in 2005?
I can't say what happened, but I do know that Trump stole a home from him. Basically, that he went and showed him this.
It wasn't just that.
That was the thing right there.
Trump saw some things going on with him at Mar-a-Lago with some younger women that were inappropriate, and he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago's. And I do believe, and this is just my opinion. It's not a fact. I do believe Trump's the one that ratted him out.
I think
that's why Epstein was trying to get back at him.
The only reason Trump would have ratted him out is because he stole the house from him, and Epstein came and told people that he sold the house to a Russian mobster, which he did. He sold the house for $30 million more than what he ended up buying it for. He went and stole a deal from underneath him.
You're talking about a guy.
I don't believe that he ratted him out at all. I believe Trump. They also said that Trump went and had Thanksgiving with Jeffrey Epstein in 2017. That's in there too as well.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, they said that. Okay, I guess. Look, he gets an email. Epstein gets a email from someone asking what is he doing for Thanksgiving. He said he's going here for Thanksgiving. The person asked him who's going to be there, and he mentions two other names and also Trump in there. And then if you go back and look, they said they went back and looked, and Trump spent. It was 2017 actually. It was when Trump was president. He spent Thanksgiving at the person's house who Jeffrey Epstein said that he was going to for Thanksgiving. That's where Trump spent Thanksgiving at. If you look at it, the reason why I think that Epstein held a grudge against him, because then you look at when they had that committee, when they had Michael Cohen came in, they had him on the stand. They had one of the Caribbean congresswomen from the Caribbean was on the committee. She was asking questions that were sent to her straight from Jeffrey Epstein that were kind of zeroing in on where the information may have been hidden, where the bodies may have been hidden on Trump. So that shows me ill intent. If I'm going to give you information to ask this person on the stand about you, which zeroes in on bad things that could possibly happen to you, yeah, that shows ill intent. Right there, it shows it. And then also they had the thing about Bubba, but we won't bring that up too much.
The issue is you have a United States congressman talking to a convicted sex offender.
Okay, you know what?
Live texting.
Do you know what?
That's a little fishy to me.
No, I don't. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I have no issue with them doing that. If he has information about a person, that's still your constituent, whether he's a bad sex, whatever he is. Once you get out from doing your time, it is what it is. You are who you are. And that doesn't make him a good person or a bad person. I'm not taking that. But if he has information,
congressman, why would
I think she probably took money from him too. Is that wrong? Is it illegal?
Yes, it is. It should be.
You're saying moral? Why?
Because you're taking money from a sex offender.
Listen.
Why would anybody admit to doing anything with him?
It's not illegal. What you're saying is morally wrong. Which I mean, right. we all can look at things as morally whatever we want. So then why are you so mad about all these files coming out so we can figure out who everyone is?
I'm glad they're coming out.
Everyone is and know what's going on.
But
you have such a steep dislike of these people.
Sarah Rossum,
let's run it.
Sarah Rossum, who is one of the people that accused Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and said that she had videotapes of them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Guess what? It was all a lie. She didn't have videotapes of them. Okay. She had to withdraw everything, every accusation that she made. But that's part of the problem. You're going to have people in these emails, these files, whatever you want to call them, that are going to get drugged through the mud and had nothing to do with it.
And
that's on both sides of the aisle.
I don't care.
And then you got Jasmine Crockett opening her big mouth on the floor of the House of Representatives.
Drugged through the mud. If it helps our country, they're saying, "Oh, this will crash the country." No, what it'll do is get bribery, a lot of corruption, a lot of blackmail out of our country. That's what it won't get all of it out because there's a lot more of it on there.
That's
get
it
out
thing you and I will agree on.
That's a point. Now, that's what it needs to be for us to get because that's what's taking our country away from us.
But I don't want innocent people drugged through the mud.
Listen. If you're dealing with people like this, and we'll all be able to read it. It's black and white.
It'll be right there.
It'll be right there.
Doesn't mean they're there. They're not part of it.
That's cool. I mean, and it'll read out that way. They'll be able to come out and explain themselves if they need to. I need you to explain yourself. I need you to explain yourself.
Hope that's the case. But I worry, like Jasmine Crockett had.
Look at Larry Summers. Look what Larry Summers did. He stepped down because he knows what hailstorms coming next. Look what they did to Prince
Not
Andrew.
Only that, but you had Obama's White House counsel trying to help Jeffrey Epstein out, along with Steve Bannon and along with that bald-headed dude. What's his name?
Then it needs to happen. It needs to clean house. This is what needs to happen. Period, plain and simple. We got to stop sitting here. Oh, well, what about them? They didn't care about. Listen, you know what I care more about? The people who are victimized by it. I believe that victimization. My thing is right here. This is how I believe. You
also can't have people that didn't have anything to do with it get drugged through the mud. That's
if your name is in the files, then you can explain why your name's in the files. If it says a flight log from here to here, I don't care who went to his island for hors d'oeuvres and a big party.
But
I don't care about
that. But the assumption's going to be that they were there to do something.
You know what? Depending on what time you went, and if you went after 2008 when he was convicted for what he was convicted for and everything else.
Party.
What did he do? Then he didn't. At his parties, there was nothing going on. He wasn't messing with little kids. That's what I can tell you, and that's a whole nother thing. But let's just say this:
Wesley has stock and baby oil companies.
Hey, this is the type of stuff you got that from Trump. You know what I mean? This is what Trump does: just makes up stuff and says it and hopes that it sticks. But let's get back to the point.
All right,
you're running from this point right now.
Let's talk about Jasmine Crockett and her big mouth.
No.
Oh yeah.
You want to bring up Jasmine Crockett?
Hear that.
No, what I'm saying is this.
She's lucky she did it on the floor of the House of Representatives because if she'd been out in public and done that, her ass would have gotten sued.
That doesn't matter. She gets sued for saying it there too. You can if you say something on the you sure about that? If you tell a blatant lie on the House floor,
you can't
about a person that's lying that makes it a liable statement on the House floor. You're protected. You're protected from all prosecution or being sued. I don't believe that.
Pretty much.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you go on there and you say something liable about a person. You go on there and you say this is not the third president.
Then she got on TV. Then she got on TV.
But let's go off. Let's go off. This is what you want to do. I mean, it doesn't really matter what she said.
This is part of it. This is what the assumption.
You trying to make me forget the things. Let me go back to the original point I was going to make. I believe that the best way to. The best way, we can do that. Of course we can. I know you want to talk about Jasmine Crockett, which has nothing to do with this. But listen, the best way to help the victims is to sanitize the situation, bring it to the light. The best way to help a victim is to go after their people who victimized them. Correct, right or wrong?
I agree.
Is to convict the people who victimize them. So us doing this, we're not helping the victims. What I know a guy came out and said, what you said that actually. What about the victims? This is the best way to go get vindication for what they had to go through as children. Is to go after the people who helped Because there's people.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I guarantee you, there's a lot more people who did wrong than the ones who were innocent in these files. I guarantee that. That had a hand in it. They should.
You can't guarantee that.
We know why I can guarantee it
because you haven't seen any of them yet. You haven't seen any of it yet.
You know what? Once I believe that people who are involved with money on that level, they know what's going on. They understand. They know who they're taking money from. They know who they're dealing with. Bill Gates. So we can't. We're not going to sit back and just point them out and say because they had money or they all. Everybody knew. They all knew what this dude was doing. They all had an idea of what was going on with him, especially after 2008. They had an idea. They knew exactly what was going on. There's no way you could tell me you didn't. He had to go serve time for what he did. So we need to hear about where was going on, who was there. Then we can disseminate the facts for ourselves. That's what happens to normal people. We don't get protected. We don't. Here's the thing. People, us, meaning you and me, the general public. We're gonna have our opinions. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have, his name is in this, her name is in this. So did they do something wrong? Yeah, they probably did. Why are you all of a sudden taking this standpoint on this? That's what I'm wondering. Why is all of a sudden the Republicans have taken? Who cares? You guys were the biggest people running out here with the flag out, like let's go after the Epstein files. Everything else, you guys brought this up. We didn't.
Yes, I agree. And now they're coming out.
They're not, though. You know why they're not coming out? Do you know why they're not coming out? Because they did exactly what was his name? Massey. He came out and said, Representative Massey said the days before, he said, you know what I'm afraid they're going to do is open up investigations. He called it out, open up investigations so they can not put out a lot of the files. What did Bondi say earlier this year? Oh, there's no further investigations in the matter. There's not even an Epstein file. There's nothing. It's not even real. It's fake.
Well, I mean,
but there is.
But here's the thing.
But there is a file. There's a list. There's names and everything. She's lied over and over again.
You have Alan Dershowitz sit there on national TV numerous times who said, I've seen all the documentation. There is no list.
Okay.
Numerous times. You've had Ghislaine Maxwell say, you've even had some of the victims say there is no list.
Okay.
I mean, what are we supposed to? Are we
supposed
to just say we don't care about that?
What Ghislaine Maxwell says?
You care about what his lawyer said?
No, I don't care about a person who admitted to being massaged by a 16-year-old girl. No, I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. I don't believe you. That's why I don't believe you, buddy. You're unbelievable at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that from me. You don't get the benefit of the doubt from me at all. I think you're a part of this. You were just happy to be around. Well, yeah, I'll be your lawyer. You look like one of those creepy old dudes. That's what he looks like. That's what Alan Dershowitz looks like to me. One of those people who would do something like that. Period. So that's just how I feel about it. So
you're setting yourself up for a lawsuit.
For what? For the how? I said he looks like it. I didn't say he did it. I say he looks like it. So he should not get the benefit of the doubt if he's telling us he's getting massage. What was the way that they started all these things off? All the time Epstein did to these girls. Hey, you're going to come over and give massages. This is how he started it all off. And he just so happened to have gotten a massage. Oh, I didn't know she was so young. She just looked really young. I didn't know how. So you're just going to accept it? You weirdo. Come on, man. There's no way I'm doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is this. Get me up out of here.
Are you telling me that? Wait, hold on. I'm not going to make this as an excuse or anything. But are you telling me that a 15-year-old girl can't look 25?
You know what, man? This is where I'm going to be real with you.
I mean,
not to me, she don't look 25.
I guarantee you, I can put a 15-year-old and a 25-year-old, and they would look. You wouldn't be able to.
To a person, yeah. If you want to sit there and just put them both, the only way you're going to be able to do it to me if you put her in full makeup, everything else like that, and wait. Time out, and then make it a picture. Because if I see her in real life, I know what a kid looks and feels like when it comes time to like. Okay, a feeling I'm getting from you is that you're a child.
What a kid feels like. You know what a
kid feels like? If you're in a room with a 15-year-old kid. You won't get the feeling that that's a child. This is a kid.
Oh, bro. You meant feeling, not actually feel a child.
Come on, man. I mean, let's just be real. We both know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You won't be able to tell this person has the IQ and thought process of a child. They're not. A 15-year-old girl is not going to make me feel like she's 25.
Have you talked to many 25-year-old women? Some of them don't have an IQ either.
It's not. Oh Jesus! What I'm saying is the conversations are different. She's going to be talking about schoolwork and whatever else she's got going on to try to make you, because she's probably done this for a while. A lot of the girls they had there were downtrodden young women who didn't have anything. Their parents weren't taking care of them. Parents weren't helping them out. They were probably just running the streets. And like, we're making jokes and laughing about this, but this is a problem.
No, it's
and then they're taking these pain of these kids that they've taken and put through the ringer for their own personal gain, and they've taken over our country with this. So what are we talking about right now?
For them that this stuff comes out. I 100% think it's good for this stuff to come out. It has to come out.
I think you guys are sitting here trying to block it. I think a lot of you don't really care. I think a lot of you are. If we're not okay, we're both grown men.
But again,
the obvious thing, if you saw this
administration.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why though, because the same thing that he's doing.
Don't tell me why.
Let me finish. Why would you say it then? Why are you asking the question? You don't want to be told why.
Yes, there is. The Biden administration.
Okay, what did Trump? Okay, Trump just showed you there was an active. If you have an active investigation, you cannot release those files because there's that's what he just did just now. Because there was active trial going on.
There's no longer an active investigation. No,
Ghislaine Maxwell, everything else. Those were all things connected to what they had going on.
When did she get convicted?
Now, okay. On top of that, okay. Now look. On top of that, now you have appeals and everything else that goes along with that process. That's just part of the process. Now all that stuff's exhausted. Boom. Now he can put them out.
Appeals aren't exhausted. She's got years of appeals that she can do,
but she's not. She hasn't done. But she has not done them. She stopped putting them out. The last appeal, she just put one out just here recently, hoping to try and get an appeal, and it got shot down again. But you know what I mean? Because they're not dealing with her.
But it's not an active investigation.
And then you know who has one now? Yeah, you guys. Trump just put an active investigation to something he said wasn't even real. That they just said wasn't even real.
It was the whole Clinton Summers thing, Larry Summers thing.
Come on, man. You know what? We both know what it is, what he's doing right now. And it's strange, but that we're not having a realistic conversation based off of what's really happening. If it was somebody that you knew and he did the same exact thing that was going on here, you saw the same thing play out, what would you feel about that person? Would you be like, hey, come on over here with me and my kids and everybody's over at the house. Come on over and hang out with us. Would you do that? Would you let them come hang out with you?
No.
Not me, buddy. I ain't no way I'm letting them come hang out with me. So that's the realistic, facts of all this stuff right here. I know that you got to get going. I'm gonna say this right here, man.
Hold on.
Go ahead. And hey, even with Hakeem Jeffries.
So the whole Thanksgiving thing was not true.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. In an email exchange dated November 23rd, 2017, Jeffrey Epstein discussed his Thanksgiving plans with Faith Cates, co-founder of the New York-based modeling agency Next Management. When Cates asked who else was down there, Epstein mentioned Trump. Okay. Epstein had a residence in Palm Beach, Florida, near President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. We found no proof that Trump met with Epstein.
No, it's not about meeting with Epstein. It wasn't. He was at that Thanksgiving. He was at that Thanksgiving dinner. That's because it's already been proven that he was at the Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not saying that they met. I'm not even saying that Epstein really went to that. I don't know. He said he did. We don't know if he was really there, but Trump was really there.
News reports and records show Trump, then in his first presidential term, spent Thanksgiving at Mar-a-Lago. He attended an event at the U.S. Coast Guard Station, Lake Worth Inlet in Riviera Beach, Florida, and went to the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach. Nothing there says anything about him.
Where are you getting this information from? Because this is not what I heard. This is not what I heard.
Fact.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'll go back over and I'll do some more research. I'll bring it back. To you next week when we get back.
You're gonna have to, because it doesn't say anything in there about him spending time with Epstein.
But he didn't spend time with Epstein. He spent time at whoever that person's residence is. They said that he went to that residence. That's not Epstein there, but it wasn't Epstein's residence. That's not his residence.
I'm sure you can go find. There's a record of wherever he goes. There's records
absolutely. And it said that he spent time at this exact place. I'll go back over and I'll make sure I got my facts right on it. But I know I've read it on more than one occasion that this did happen. That's not to say that either of them. I mean, that's not to say that Epstein was even at the residence when it happened, but it's what's being said. So point of it is these emails need to come out. All this stuff needs to come out so we can 100%. Go through and disseminate what's really going on, and then people 100%. Can find out what's real and what's not real. I mean, is what it is.
What you have to understand is, and I'll say this till the day I die: you are innocent until proven guilty. Okay, regardless if your name is in that. Until you get charged and there are facts and you are convicted of a crime, You are innocent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you guys on the left don't want to understand.
Oh my goodness! I mean, are we serious right now?
Trump is in the Epstein files. Big deal. If his name's in there, it's in there. But it doesn't mean he did anything wrong.
To me, I have to look at the facts of what they're saying he did, and then the information that they have behind it. That's how I have to look at it.
All you have is hearsay. All you have is hearsay. There is.
I don't know. Photo.
Show me your facts.
Let's see. This is not me saying that he's guilty of it. It just seems really odd, doesn't it? It seems ironic, even.
They had these things are being. They had a relationship. They had a friendship
for a long time. And it's a lot of little breadcrumbs that would lead. It's a lot of breadcrumbs that would lead me to believe that he knew what was going on to Epstein's residence, and maybe he was a part of it, maybe he wasn't. Who knows? But let's find out. Let's bring out the information and find out why is he protecting the information? Why is he saying no so many times? He said no about bringing it out. All of a sudden, then he wants to say yes right after the Senate. Right after the Congress and then the Senate, the House and the Senate go through and approve it. All of a sudden, the next day when he's supposed to sign it, who comes out to save his skin? Pam Bondi. You know what I mean? It's strange to me. That doesn't seem like a coincidence to you at all. None.
Pardon me, I burped.
That's okay. Didn't seem like a coincidence to you that happened? That she comes out the very next day.
I will say this
and says
I can honestly say I think that was inappropriate. Okay, if you are going to do an investigation, do it after everything is released.
She wasn't going to do one before. You heard everything she said. This is not even a real thing. All of this, you know what this is. It's just strange to me that we're pretending like we don't have common. It seems like we don't end up having common sense when it's something that we don't want to hear. But we all know if this happened any other way, had nothing to do with politics.
That's kind of your game plan. That's kind of the Dems' game plan this whole time with the Epstein files.
That's the problem right
Trump's
there.
name is in it. He must have done something wrong.
That's the problem. We put this into a Democratic and Republican thing. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as people.
As soon as Trump's name comes out and something's like, he did it. He's the bad man.
Why are we pointing the finger at Democrats and Republicans when it's people who are the victim of these crimes, kids who are the victim? Why do we care?
So why is everybody on the left there going, "Oh, Trump's in the Epstein files"? He must have done something.
You know what? Because he's the one who brought it. When they asked him, "Yeah, I'll release the Epstein files." His whole people been talking about these Epstein files, draining the swamp, everything else. Went outside. They had the binders, the whole nine. They did all this stuff, fanfare for all this stuff, and then he comes out and he gets angry at his base, saying, "You guys are stupid if you believe this." He gets angry at you guys for something that he said he was going to do. We didn't make him say he was going to do this. We didn't make his people sit back and talk about these things. That didn't happen. He came out and said this stuff.
Everybody on the left that wants to sit there and say Trump's name is in there automatically believes he did something wrong.
I think he did something wrong. Me personally, I do. I believe he did something wrong. You're not going to fight against something so much that you didn't do. Period. You're not going to be like, if I didn't do it, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Release him. Period. If I didn't do it. I mean, it'd be different if it was like someone trying to file a lawsuit against you or say something about you.
You said before, we talked about this months ago about why Biden wouldn't release anything. And why was it? Because there were people in high places that would have come tumbling down.
Who cares?
You don't think Trump can think the same thing?
Who cares? I don't think that was even why Biden.
You said it.
I never. No, listen,
I never. Yes, you did.
No, that's not true.
Let's go back and
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I said exactly. You asked me, so why didn't Biden do it? First of all, he never ran on that. Never talked about that. He had a whole other issues to deal with. Not saying he couldn't have done it on the back end, but that wasn't what he ran on or talked about. But what I said was this: everybody who runs for president, they have really powerful donors who give them money. They have Bill Clintons of the world and whoever else in the world who may have been in this paperwork, who support them and help them get delegates and whatever else. These are rich and powerful people around them who they owe allegiance to one way, shape, or form. So that's why they don't do it. This is not me to say, oh, don't do it because of these people. I don't care. Do it. Period. You should do it. He should have done it. Whoever could have done it. But the reason why they did not do it during their tenure was because there was an active investigation. They had paperwork which did not permit them to do it. Trump does not. He ran on this. His whole entire base talked about this. Now you guys have excuses for it. So, I mean, it's just weird to me.
Hold on. Now, the 23,000 emails, they were not part of an investigation. They were part of the Epstein estate. They could have easily come out
Yeah, but there was not this big inquisition when you got a bunch of people coming in and saying, "Oh, let's get this stuff released." The reason
stuff being
no,
said.
there were not during Biden's presidency about this. Yes. Not about. Yeah. We didn't talk. When did we talk about the Epstein during Biden's presidency? When was this a big subject during Biden's presidency? When? Nobody cared about this. We had COVID going on. People were there was job losses streaming in. There was trying to bring the economy back. The whole entire time we had presidential races. We had Gaza. People were not even. Yeah, who was bringing it up though? Republicans were bringing it up, and now you guys hold both chambers and the White House. Oh my goodness. We're gonna stop this revisionist history right here. I know you guys like to do that. That is what you guys love to do. I mean, if you need to, but that is what you guys love to do is revisionist history. I was going to try and pull up a thing on Dershowitz actually talking about this where they said there's actual information of him getting a massage. I mean, these are people. This is all real facts, man. Why do we not care? I'm not saying it's the biggest thing in the world. I'm not saying this is going to change the world, but what it will do is make it so that they can't keep on hiding things in the dark, man. That's what's hurting our country more than anything else. It's what's hidden in the dark, and then people are influence peddling with all of our politicians, and this is why we're not able to get things done for the people because it's bigger than us. At the end of the day, it's bigger than our vote. It's bigger than what we have going on in this country, and that's the problem here. But again, Steve, not for the people. We understand why you're
definitely doesn't like people.
We understand why you're riding with your I was going to call him a name, but I'll leave him alone right now.
Steve comes with facts. Wesley just comes with supposition.
I'm going to tell you what you came with. You came with a couple of decent things. I'm going to have to go back and dispute, but I'll try not to take too much time looking things up while I'm talking to you, but I've already read these things already. The things that you're coming
I did my homework today.
You did good. You did good today. I think you did halfway decent. I think you did halfway decent defending horrible points. That's the problem. These are horrible things for you to have to defend.
No.
These are facts that I'm giving you.
When you come with the fact that things are actually looking better and will get better as time goes on. Eggs, baby. The Dems want to say the price of eggs is too high.
Man, hey,
the price of gas is too high, and it's dropping.
Crazy, man. You act like people eat eggs all day long. Eggs, that's all we eat is eggs. They're just talking about beef is about to be $10 a pound. You heard them talking about this.
I've never been able to afford beef ever. Chicken, that's the way to go.
It's crazy. Who can
eat more chicken? Beef? It's better for you anyway.
I've never heard that said before ever in my life.
What?
You know what I mean?
Eat more chicken?
What did your president? No. What does your president say? We're gonna go out and buy some Argentinian beef. Yeah. That's his.
I want some of the beef that's down in Florida. That's one of the biggest beef producing places in the world.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. So obviously there needs to be more of it being produced because it's about to be $10 a pound because your president and his tariffs. He has bad policy. He's a bad president. He's protecting bad people. That's kind of where
you're just a bad constituent. That's the problem.
I'm not his constituent. I've never voted for him. I'd never even look at.
You are a constituent because he is your president.
I mean, like by default.
End of story.
You're by default. And people ask me, I'll tell them I don't like him. Yeah, I didn't vote for him. I never would. I'd never vote for him because he's shown to be not a good person and not a good president. He's horrible. Like him. How? Why would I like someone who gets angry at people? You know what they say? Hit dogs holler. That's why he gets mad every time someone brings up the Epstein files and what's going on.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. You're a soldier pony. Or whatever it was that Biden said. You're a something soldier pony yelling at somebody.
I don't know, but
Biden's somebody out behind the woodshed. I'm going to take him out behind the woodshed and beat him up.
Biden's economy was better than Trump's. That's what I will tell you. He got more things accomplished than Trump did. He did more for the people than Trump ever had. Trump doesn't do anything for the American people. He does things for businesses and corporations. He's the worst. What mess were we in? Tell me.
Oh, it's always the first 9-10 months of the year when a new administration comes in and you're still dealing with the mess from the previous administration.
No, what happened was he came in and started putting on all these tariffs, messing with the economy. He messed up you have a bad president, but you just for some reason you just don't see the light of day.
You had a bad president for 4 years, one that didn't even know he was president.
He did a great job not knowing he's president. I hope we get another 4 years of somebody who doesn't know their president, who does a good as job as he. I'm
going to tell you. I'll tell you one thing about the.
And then he got the CHIPS Act passed, and he got the Inflation Reduction Act passed, and a bunch of other stuff. While he's getting stuff done for the American people,
that's because
got jobs for the American people, brought down costs for the American people. That's what he did do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I care about. That's what I care about. When we were already going through, we were already going through inflation on eggs and fuel. Eggs and fuel. We're about to probably eggs and fuel. And now he has us on the precipice of war in South America right now. Come on, man. This guy's a joke.
We're not gonna.
He's been a joke. He's killing innocent people in the Caribbean, killing them without due process. He doesn't care. He's talking about hanging. What did he say? He wanted to hang what's the guy Kelly from the senator from Arizona? Hang him. We want to hang him. We want to. I mean, a person who acted treasonously January 6th is talking about somebody else's treason. This dude's a joke. He's a joke.
What did he do? What did he say that was treasonous on January 6th?
If we want to, we have to fight for it. Now let's go down to the Capitol and fight for our freedom. We can't sit back and be weak. We have to be strong. I'm going to march with you down here. And what'd they go do? You riled him up. You said they're not here to kill me. He didn't care. He's like, hey, move the metal detectors out of here. They're not here to hurt me.
BBC. You saw what happened to the BBC last week, right?
What happened? I think what happened was two of their executives stepped down. Two of their executives stepped down.
And
This is how I look at it.
They said some of the same shit that you're saying right now. That's not what he said.
You know why? You know why they get sued? You know why they step down?
You know that's not what he said.
I heard that's exactly what he said. No. I didn't say he said go attack and kill. I never said he said go hurt anyone. I never said he said to go kill directly. But what he said exactly was this.
March. That's all I said. He said peacefully.
Let's go down the Capitol and be strong. Peacefully. And we won't take it back by being weak. We have to be strong. When you rile people up, you don't have to tell them exactly what to do when you know most of them got weapons, because that's why they would not come into the little area where he was actually speaking at. They had metal detectors. He said move those metal detectors.
In the next couple of years, it's going to come out that the January 6th is going to fall on Pelosi's ass.
Man, January 6th already fell on Clarence Thomas's wife. Was it Jeannie Thomas? But all right. Well, thank you very much again. This is Civil Discourse. I am your host, Wesley. This is my co-host, Steve. Not for the people. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Peace.